So on this tutorial, I wanted to show you a way that it's easy to design something using Silkscreen for your slip transfer or Underglazes transfer. So I found these really cute silk screens that has parrots. I had another one that has the hummingbirds, and I will put the link, my Amazon link here on the description. And I decided to use this Mako design aligner for my outlines, and it worked out pretty well. It's like a medium blue to a dark blue color. And you see that I'm just using my fingers to really make sure that the underglaze, because that's what these are, goes through the silk screen. And then you just lift it and it leaves the outlines of the drawing on your newsprint paper. And then I just use the bottle to make the outline of the drawings that I have sketched. It did come out darker than the other ones that I did by hand just using a liner brush, because just the application is thicker using the bottle. One thing to note is that because you're doing everything in reverse, this one I put the parrot not thinking that the parrot was going to end up being on the other side. When I put the parrot on that side, I thought it was going to be facing me on the mug, but when you put it on to the mug, it turns out the other way. So it's on the back of the mug. And here I am just painting with the Kiwi Underglazes. I did about 2 to 3 coats. Just remember that you are painting on reverse. So here I added the orange on the leaf, not thinking that that's really not going to show because it's behind the green. So now is the part that you add the slip. You have to wait until your underglazes are dry before you add your slip. So just make sure everything is dry. And I added 2 coats. I let it dry a little bit in between. And also, right before you transfer, you want to do your transfer to the mug. Make sure that you don't see any more of the glossy surface of your slip. It turns more like a satin finish, and that's when you know that it's ready. So you can't let it dry too much, but you can put it there when it's still shiny. So that's a crucial part of the technique that you need to know to be successful transferring, or you won't transfer correctly. So here on the mug, I put 1 thin coat of the slip also. And then I am holding the paper against the mug and trying my best to get rid of the creases. And I struggled a little bit here because the mug, it's not completely straight, the walls. I made it because it's a wheel throne, it's a little bit curved. So if you're a hand builder, you can make a real straight walls. That would probably work out better. And then you can see that I struggled to get some of the creases off. But I actually think that it turned out nice with the creases, because it almost looked like a fabric when you see the results. So here you really have to make sure you push it down a few times as you're taking the paper. Take it slowly, pull slowly, as you can see. And then the pieces that are not completely adhered to the surface, you go back and you push it. I was pushing it with my finger. And then once you're done pulling your whole paper, your design is all there. You can use a wooden roller, one of those small rollers, to really make sure that all those little bubbles are gone and the little pieces are really on the surface really well. Because if you don't do that, that's when you can see, after you glaze your piece, you can see some bubbles also. Is because of that. So I only learned that afterwards. I'm still learning this technique, and I really like it. So I'll be making more pieces using this slip transfer, or monoprinting is what they call it. Here I decided I wanted to have like a crisp edge, and I'm just removing some of that slip using my red flexible rib from Mud Tools. I love this rib especially for this technique. It works out really well. So I wanted to give that contrast between the red clay and the slip, but you can leave that also. I think it adds some character to the piece, just like the slip is not all there. You have some pieces that you can see through. So I really like that look. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and please like and subscribe as it helps me making more videos for you. Here are some before and after pictures. Thanks for watching.